Hi, welcome to Yoga with Jennifer Engelman. In this video, I'm going to discuss centering, which is a part, it's really the beginning of every yoga class I teach, and it's frequently one of the first things I teach to any of my private clients. I think it's that valuable. Centering is a tool for bringing ourselves into the present moment, which is so useful in our very busy and modern lives. So we're frequently moving from one activity to the next without a lot of time in between to distinguish the transition or even kind of leave behind what was and with a full presence of mind begin the next thing. So because yoga is really a practice of harnessing the mind through various means, I think it's really useful to take a few minutes before beginning your practice just to set aside the preceding portion of your day, any future plans you have, and give yourself a moment to notice your experience. How are you feeling right now? And when you take that time to notice your inner world, notice how it feels to be in your body, what are the qualities of the mind, what is the breath like, then you're able to approach your practice in such a way that you can really meet your individual needs, as opposed to treating your practice like another to-do item on your list, or overriding or ignoring your body's signals and just grinding the practice out or conforming to the group or just checking out. I mean, yoga is really a practice of checking in. So I think it's so important. I also think that when we practice this skill on the mat, it is more available to us off of the mat. And that's where the good stuff really is. So centering, I like to do it in 3 steps, if you will, maybe 4. I like to start with a few rounds of a cleansing breath. Then I like to spend a moment or two letting the attention be in the exterior world. So just noticing what the environment around you is like. It's often very complex and rich. And that can be distracting, but we want to learn to be tolerant of what's happening around us and able to focus on the task at hand. And then I like to go into the inner world. So what is it like to be in the body? How is the mind responding to this stimuli of outer world and inner world? And then I like to move on to the breath, because the breath is really this uniting force between the external and the internal, and it's always an anchor into the present moment. Every breath you take is happening in the here and now. So that's kind of the overview. Now I'm going to lead you through a short centering exercise. And then at the end, I'll talk about how you could abbreviate it into just like a 3-breath practice whenever you need it. One thing before we start, I'm sitting on a blanket on a yoga mat. This is a comfortable pose for me. What's most important is that you're in a comfortable position, or as comfortable a position as you can create right now. In my classes, I would teach this with practitioners lying down, because that's frequently the most comfortable place for them to be. You could do it anywhere. You could be in a chair. I like to do it when I'm traveling, so in a car, on an airplane, just anytime you feel the need. The idea is to take as comfortable a pose as possible. So I invite you to take that seat now, and we're gonna begin. So I like to start with something called a physiological sigh. This is just a really efficient way of dumping stress from the day. And it's a double inhalation and then an extended exhalation. So we're gonna inhale through the nose, and then exhale through the mouth. And it looks like this. And then again. And then all the way out. You can really see how my shoulders move up on that inhalation and down on the exhalation. So releasing that tension. Let's do it twice more. In again, and all the way out. And then one more time. In and again, and out. Let your breath return to an easy, natural state. If you're able to, breathe in and out of the nose. And let the breath be unrestricted. Rest the hands anywhere they're comfortable. And let the eyes be heavy or even close the eyes. And now briefly let your attention be in the space around you. Listen to the sounds in the space. Maybe your breath. Whatever else might be in this space with you, just little creaks, little sounds coming and going. Maybe you can even listen beyond the space that you're in, out into the outside world. And then notice the temperature of the air, whether there's any movement in it. Any smells in the space around you. And then begin to become aware of the support beneath you. The contact the body makes with that support. And now let this sense of support bring you more into your body, and just notice how it feels to be in your body right now. And in relation to the support beneath you, you might just notice in which areas of the body are you able to relax into that support, and in which areas of the body do you resist? Where does tension reside? And maybe over the course of a few breaths, you soften, release, invite spaciousness into those areas of tension. Now bring your attention onto your breath, right to the tip of the nose where you feel the coolness of the inhalation, the warmth of the exhalation. For a few cycles of breath, just let the mind rest on this cool air as you inhale. Warm air as you exhale. And on your next inhalation, follow the breath through the nose and into the throat. Notice the texture of the breath. A slight roughness and dryness in the back of the throat. Just resting the mind on this brushing of air. In and out. And then again, as you inhale, follow the breath through the nose, into the throat, and down into the lungs. Now feel how breath and body move together. Gentle expansion as you inhale, belly, ribs, and chest rise. Gentle expansion as you exhale, belly, ribs, and chest fall. And for just another few cycles of breath, letting the mind gently float on the stream of each breath. Or if the mind wanders, which it very well may, time and time again, Just invite it back. Temperature, texture, movement. And then when you're ready with an inhalation, you can lift the eyes, come back to this present moment. I hope that you're feeling a little more centered, a little calmer, a little clearer, more focused. You could abbreviate this practice down into just 3 breaths. 1 cleansing breath, outer world. 2nd cleansing breath, inner world. 3rd cleansing breath, bringing you back to the here and now. So you could also extend the practice. You could sit in it for as long as you'd like. The more you practice, the more available it will be to you when you're off of the mat. I hope that you'll practice. I hope you've enjoyed this little video, and I look forward to practicing with you again soon.